Good morning on this rather depressing day. It's grey, it's cold, but we are back with another episode and we are back with waiting and counting days until spring. I'd wish to do some leaf check, but these are some leaves from last year and there is still a long time until the spring comes. I will try to find some positive approach into this video, but mornings like this, ugh. To make it a bit worse, how can I explain this? Last Sunday there was this charity event organized by our friends at Ring. There was some drifting. It wasn't like a truck drifting, it was like a skid pad drifting, and we decided to take E30 to try it out to see if it's good, if it drifts good before taking it to Japan. And we had one simple rule to drive with this car between the guys. We said, guys, there's many other people that's gonna be drifting there. If you don't know someone, if you don't know how they drift, don't follow them, don't go like in tandems behind them, because it might finish badly. So all day we were following this rule, the car was great, nothing happened. And the last half an hour, I think Marek got too excited because he was doing very well in this car all day, and then he went after some people that he didn't know. And a guy spun out and Marek crashed into our friend Malina. So after last video we were hoping we have a car ready to send to Japan, and now we need to, well, fix it again. All this is pushed in, this is pushed in, the hood's pushed in, the fender's missing, the side skirt's missing. It is what it is.
At this point it's not a big deal, as we are used to fix this car after crashes. It happened before. Not once, not twice.
I mean, this just reminds me of the cars that you see abandoned on a Ibiza truck.
Funny that Marek said it back then, now looking at our plans for this car. At that point, we didn't even dream about going to Ibiza. Okay, back to today.
It is what it is. The mission for today, though, is something rather different than this. I'll show you. The plan is, we need to take the Corvette out from the garage and make space here to bring here this. If you've been watching some of our videos last year, you probably know this car. This is Błażej from Odessa CNC's Nissan PS13 that he brought from United States with KA24 engine, which is truck's engine, not the best. Last year we painted this car, we put the nice wheels, nice body kit, the car is looking flawless, but the engine was always its weakest point, and today we are gonna change it. Adam spent some time for the last couple days preparing the engine bay. This is how it looks. We painted it black, we cut the rust off, and it was quite a lot of rust. We have tubular front, and then we are ready to make a new tubular front, the top side of it, and we are ready to put the engine in. We decided that why not film it? It's a cool car, great chassis, and a very cool engine that we like on this channel, so we decided why not film it and show you guys the process of swapping this PS13 with the 3UZ engine, 4.3 liters V8, which we're gonna start doing today, and hopefully we'll finish by 1 or 2 weeks, let's say. We have engine ready, everything ready. All we need to do is push the chassis to that garage and start working on it. Enjoy watching. Okay, the car is here, the engine is here. Now we are ready to put the engine in, but for that we need to wait for more parts that are gonna come today. Later we are waiting for cam covers and some other parts that are at powder coating, and today evening we're gonna try to put it on the engine and put the engine into the chassis. Adam will be ready for that, and before that I have a mission, because I have a box that has been waiting here for the last, I don't know, maybe a week or two. Basically those are plastics that were missing at my Miata that has been standing next to the shop for the last, I don't know, 3-4 months, and the plan is to get them ready and install them into the car. I'll show you what those are, but for that I need to bring the car here. So I'm gonna go to the shop now and drive my Miata, first time since a couple months, bring it here and then do a little bit of work on it. So let's go pick it up. Okay, we're pumping the air. Let's see if it starts. Chyba nie ma prądu. Chyba akku jest odłączony.
To jest w bagażniku, nie?
Tak. Opa, jest to.
Akku jest podłączony i jest nowy. O. Możemy podpisać, żeby nikt nie ukradł.
Kurde, ale to co, ma zero prądu?
O kurwa, stoi tu przez pół roku.
I seen the comments that people were saying that we need a battery sponsor and we actually did something towards that situation.
Co jest kurka rurka?
No jest tak dead, że pewnie... Sheesh. I... Opa!
Boję się to wyłączyć.
Dzięki. Nagrałaś?
Nie nagrałeś to?
Zarobiście, dzięki. Okay, let's go. Been a while. Sheesh. Okay, it's quite a dynamic day because by the time I brought the Miata here, I see Błażej came with a bunch of parts and boxes for his 3UZ engine. I see we have fuel rail here, we have boxes with oil pan and some engine covers that looks like they're back from powder coating. There is more parts for the engine, intake, manifold, oil, and some gaskets, and fresh clutch.
New.
New. So we got more and more parts to make this thing fit the car and fit the gearbox. We're gonna put it together with a gearbox from BMW ZF with PMC adapter, which always works.
V8.
We have V8, V8 and V8. If we have a Skyline here, we have 4 V8s.
Nice.
Crazy, huh?
Hey.
Okay, I'm putting some fresh fuel diesel to the heater because it's like 0 degrees here. And after heating up the garage, we get to work. Also, there is this box that came, and this is finally the last piece that we were missing for the Corvette's interior, because these are door cards that were missing on this car since we bought it. So finally on this video also we're gonna be installing them door cards. Let me open the box with the parts for my Miata and then I'll show you what they are. Co? I have this car since 2016, so 10 years. Very shortly after buying this car, we had some issues with the lights, and somehow, I don't know how, I lost some of the parts from inside. I lost the plastics around the steering wheel, I lost the plastic under the steering wheel, and also one day in maybe 2018-19, I don't remember, I was driving the car and it started smoking from around somewhere there. There was like a smoke coming, and then we realized that something just burned in the connectors between, you know, these. And since then, we moved the blinkers to this little button that you can barely see, but it's super annoying, and it's been super annoying for the past probably like 7-8 years. And now today we're gonna finally fix it because I bought these parts, and these are exactly the plastics, mainly this thing with the whole mechanism that works, the plastics that I need. As you can see, this plastic is brown because it's from the brown/beige inside Miata, so I just need to paint this one black. I'll do it in a second. And then finally I will install this in a car and have, you know, nice looking interior again after all those years, because just look at this, it just looks messy and not nice, and yeah, just broken. So I think I'm gonna take the roof down because it's gonna be much easier and brighter in the car working without the roof, and let's get to work. might be stupid, but I forgot how this car looks without the roof. I haven't seen it without the roof for like years. I think it looks cute. The tiny little problem I forgot about is that I messed up the thread here maybe like 5-6 years ago, and then after I messed it up I decided I'm just gonna weld in the nut so it doesn't come off, but now I need it off to take out the plastic. So today's me need to fix what the past me broke. So I'm gonna try to grind the welds until they let go and then unscrew it, or I'm gonna have to cut it off. Either way I'm gonna need to order new hub, steering wheel hub, but yeah, let's try and see how bad it is. It's not the same. That's the old one that I took out from the car, and that's the one I bought. So they both from right-hand drive Miata, but my car is pre-lift. That might be facelift. And the rear as well. It's very different. It won't be even possible to put this one on the steering column because it's way wider, this one, than the hole inside. See, it wouldn't even... And from the morning I knew today is gonna be a shit day, but I was thinking, you know, it's an easy job to replace some easy, simple parts from one 90s car to another 90s car, same model and same. Today is just not the day. I kinda lost the motivation, so I'm going home. See you later.
Okay, so I was just checking the footage. I wasn't in garage the whole day, I was in the shop doing other stuff. And I just came to garage, so I just checked the footage to see what Sam finished on, and I see that he's not been having the greatest day in garage. Nothing is fitting in his Miata. But out of nowhere, at the end of the day, I'm having an amazing day. You know why? Because of this box. You guys can't imagine how long it took for this box to arrive. It took since the day we bought the car for us to get this box. I've been on the phone, Sam has been on the phone with the guy who had this stuff for like a month. Yeah, we had the car for more than a month. So it's basically since day one, we've been trying to get them to send this stuff to us. It took forever. One of the packages actually came a week ago or so, but I just didn't open it because I don't want it to get dusty. And that is the second stock seat for Corvette, the driver's side. But I don't need it because I already have a very nice seat here. But this box has something very important in it. Let's open it up. I am so excited to finally have the side panels for the door. It's a very big thing for the car because at the moment when I sit inside it feels like a very raw drift car inside, and it's pretty loud for this car. But when I put these in, it should feel much more like a regular car, which I'm super excited about. But unfortunately, right now I cannot mount them because, as I thought, every clip that's supposed to be there for the panel to go into the door is missing. So I made my research, I checked online what clips exactly fit in here, and I see them on online, and we have a store in our town that has every single little sort of thing most of the times. So I'm gonna go there tomorrow morning and get some clips, and then finally gonna mount this.
Okay, it's been a couple hours since I was here. I saw Marek was filming something with Corvette, but I guess, I don't know, the door cards are still on the car, not in the car, so maybe there's some parts missing. Whatever, I went home, I ate, I had a coffee, and I feel a bit better. Beginning of the day wasn't too good, but now hopefully it will be fine. Now we're getting ready to start working on Błażej's engine for the PS13. Adam prepared all the hardware here very nicely, all the bolts, nuts, and all the parts that are gonna go into the engine. Here there's another table with prepared stuff. There is clutch, there is pulleys, some gaskets, injectors, all that. Also here Błażej, so the car's owner and driver. Błażej, can you say hello to my viewers?
Hello.
Hello. Błażej is trying to get rid of old gaskets and replace them with the new fresh gaskets. And they powder coated engine parts in a very nice silver color, so it's gonna be looking nice and fresh, huh?
But now it looks like this.
Fresh. Look at that. Nice. Here there's PMC adapter, clutch, and all the things that we're gonna be putting on. Okay, the first thing first, we're gonna start with mounting the motor starter. Usually you wouldn't start with the motor starter, but with the 1UZ and 3UZ engines, and I think most of V8s, it's sitting here between the heads, which makes it very hard to access once you put on all the rest of the components. For example, intake manifold completely covers it. So it's very important to have starter that once you install it, you forget about it and you know that's gonna be working fine. This is the starter that we refreshed before. So we are pretty sure that it's gonna be working, and once we install it, it won't be necessary to go back to it because it's gonna be pain. Is there a lot of difference between this 3UZ and 1UZ?
Nope.
Not really, no?
Most of the gaskets are the same. It have VVTi. It's the biggest difference. And intake manifold is a bit different. It have some flaps inside. It's changing the length of the intake.
Yeah, because 1UZ one is very simple, no?
Yeah.
So, because this is 4.3 liter and 1UZ is 4 liter, is the like rod shorter or the pistons shorter, or it's just like bigger engine, bigger
I
bolt?
don't know. I think the crankshaft is different.
Okay. So the main difference is VVTi and a bit bigger.
Different intake.
Yeah, different intake VVTi and a bigger engine capacity, which adds extra 40 horsepower, no? Because this is 300 horsepower.
300, yeah.
So this is 300 comparing to 1UZ's 260.
If you do good exhaust, you can have 350 on pretty much stock engine.
Yeah. So if you add some cams and some ITBs, you can go over 400 horsepower. Yeah. This is going to be very, very good engine for the chassis. Very lightweight, gripped up car, and simple, reliable, and quite a cheap setup. So this is oil filter, and this is the piece that exchanged the heat between the water system, the coolant system, and the oil system. And we won't need any of this, so we're gonna remove just this little sandwich, and we're gonna be installing an oil filter connected straight to this part, which is gonna make this whole thing a bit shorter, because this, as you can see, it sticks out quite a lot and it can interfere with the chassis rail. Okay, that's off. We don't have an oil filter yet, need to order that, so Adam just taped it with the tape. Now we're gonna turn the engine around, upside down, and we're gonna start with the oil pan. Okay, so typical Polish work. One man working and 5 looking, but you guys do a good job. So Adam put the top part of the oil pan, and now the bottom part of the oil pan we're gonna put without the silicone, only to see to fit it on the car, because what we need before actually installing this part is we need to do a baffle kit, which is little doors there that's gonna prevent oil flowing.
Yeah, imagine when people don't hear us and just watch the video and realize I put oil pan without silicone.
Without silicone.
Whoa! No!
It's only for now. Later we're gonna install baffle kit from Odessa CNC or from AliExpress.com.
Alibomba CNC.
Alibaba CNC. For now we need oil pan on just to know where the bottom of the engine is gonna sit between the subframe. I bet people still gonna comment that you didn't put silicone.
It's just temporary.
Once this is on, we're gonna flip the engine and put the engine covers, the cam covers and more things on top. Okay, so on the front of the engine, what we are missing is the alternator and the power steering pump, and of course the belt that's gonna connect all of them accessories. Now we are gonna put on the intake manifold. We are keeping all the papers and things that secure the inside of the engine because again, we are installing it only for now to see how it's gonna look on the top of the engine. This is not the final install.
Adam, you forgot.
But you still can write the comment that Adam forgot to take out the papers and put some
Chyba to
gaskets.
przemieli.
Przemieli, no.
Przemieli, kurwa, trzy.
Jakiś zrobić taki test i zostawić.
Czy przemieli? Nie przemieli.
A nie odpali, nie?
Nie przemieli. Mi kiedyś ściągnął, kompresor mi kiedyś ściągnął szmatę do No i zawiozłem moje pierwsze auto na strojenie i mi stroiciel przysłał filmik. Patrz, co jest w środku. Wata. A ta szmata wam przyniosła.
And the top part?
Tu są takie klapeczki.
Ah. We have engine down. We had to take it off the engine stand because here now we're gonna be installing the gearbox. We are using BMW gearbox and we're gonna connect it via this PMC adapter. Usually you need to put a clutch also inside, but this time we are putting only gearbox without the clutch because we're just gonna fit it to the car. Please write comments that we forgot to put the clutch in.
Good morning, people. Another day, and finally I'm gonna deal with these side panels. There was a bit of a problem in the morning. The shop that has everything in the world for any car in the universe didn't have the thing I needed. What I needed, I explained yesterday, was these sort of pins that go into the doors, but I couldn't find anything even similar. I got some random ones that are not exactly the same, but I will try to fit them, but I don't think they will fit. But I took like 3 of them just to see. They were like 30 pence each. They should be able to hold them. And also I have these things right here that go over the top of this part of the door. So let's mount them onto the door. Okay, so the door cards are in. The car is actually looking like a car now. The only thing that I broke is this thing. It was already pretty broken, and as I was putting it in, it broke even more, and then just continued getting worse. Everything cracked, all the lights are broken. So luckily I found a used one, and it should come actually tomorrow, because not from very far away, so I'm gonna replace that tomorrow. Everything works. I have the plastic somewhere here as well. I'll put this on, actually. Boom. Fixed. Perfect. So yeah, that's done. And now on to the main problem of the car right now. Okay, so as you know, I put the belt last time on and everything, and I had to remove as well these ones. This pulley and the tensioner is essentially together. And I think that I installed it wrong, because I don't know if you will be able to notice that. You probably can't see it on the camera, but the bottom pulley that you can see is slightly crooked. Only by about literally 1 or 2 degrees, slightly. And because of that, when I turn the car on, the tensioner is jumping up and down all the time, because the belt is trying to slip all the time somewhere. So I need to figure out, I need to take it off and see what's wrong with it. Maybe
Now is your invitation to become a supercharger guy.
Why?
First, kurwa, timing belt
Problem.
Driving belt problems. Yeah.
Yes.
You need to used to this.
Yeah, with supercharger, I heard a lot of situations like this will happen.
Yes. You have extra belt?
Yes.
Nice.
I have one extra belt. Hopefully one is enough. But yeah, gonna take that off and see if I maybe missed something or didn't do something correct. Take it off and see. Okay, so I think I figured out the issue why it was bent. When I was putting it together, because I was so focused on, you know, not messing up the belt and everything and all the other stuff, I didn't pay attention to how well the pulley was mounted in general. And now that I took it out, I realized what kind of person did it. Because look at this. This is what is spacing the pulley to be at a correct, you know, location. So yeah, pulley seems perfectly fine. The bearing is also running very nicely, very smooth, but essentially it was like this, and there was another nut. So I suppose it just, you know, because look at the shape of it, it probably just went, instead of going straight, it went like sideways a bit, and that's why I was doing this sort of movement. So I need to figure out, maybe I'll find some little tube or something that I could use instead of spacer like this. I will look for something now. Okay, so about an hour later, I got this random piece of metal here from Adam's garage. I don't know what it is. And I made this nice thing for...
Marek,
Yes?
you don't see my control arm from my S13?
Which one?
Kurwa, the gold one.
No, I didn't see it. Anyway, now we should fit it pretty well. This is very thick metal, should fit very nicely. Okay, that is it for the night. The car seems to be working. I just really don't want to take it for a test drive at night time right now. Also, none of the guys are in garage now, so I wouldn't have an extra person to be with me there just in case, follow me or anything if anything happens. But yeah, tomorrow morning I want to take the car out for like nice little test drive. I hope the weather will be reasonably decent. Maybe go get a coffee, maybe wash the car, because look at the car, how disgusting it is right now. So yeah, I suppose I'll see you all in the morning.
Okay, Marek, you were saying something about maybe today is good weather for having a ride, no? In
Having a
Corvette.
ride. I was thinking to take the roof off.
You had hope, no? Yep. It's white again. But
That doesn't stop me.
that doesn't stop you, but you have summer tires
Yes,
and 500 horsepower, so
600.
let's do it.
this video was very What did we do in this video?
No, I think we fucked up.
Yeah,
because
okay.
we did one upgrade on your car, which is door cards.
Yeah.
One downgrade on my car, on the Miata, because I took it apart and
But didn't put it
shit
back.
doesn't work, so we on 0.
Okay.
We also put a V8 into Błażej's PS13, which is
Yes.
+1. We still on plus then, in that case. Because one up, one down, and one up. So, I guess,
Yeah.
look, if you expected exciting video, some days are not exciting, that's all. Also, the Miata is out from the shop, so for now we're gonna leave it this one. It's not in the best state.
Hey, oh, you feel. Forget about this.
Oppa, what's that? Damn!
Hey, leave. Hey, take this away.
That's a cool car. What do you do for a living?
I'm thread wife.
You what? Nice. My girl. Okay.
So now we can take this away and put out.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back inside because it's cold. And we have one more thing to tell to you.
Anyway, why did we get all of you into the store right now? It's because we're changing a lot of things with our merch line. And essentially everything that you can see on the wall right now, we're really selling for, I think it's more than half price. We've been doing the same sort of t-shirts, essentially mainly black ones. As you can see, there's so many different ones. For so long that we're tired of it.
We are developing a new style of clothes and all of the stock that we have still is gonna be...
And all of the stock.
We have some new, very cool projects.
Ah,
It's very hard to talk to the... What?
I think that this one is quite simple because.
You see?
No. All right, I've been seeing these boys looking at the products for the past few minutes, trying to tell you why they're so excited about them. But look, these models and styles were really nice. They love them, and it's time to just get something new and fresh. And Sam is actually wearing one of the new t-shirts that is going to be coming out soon. So just something different. And these are going to be heavily discounted because it's the last stock. So you guys should grab them whilst they're still around.
We finally have a person that speaks English. That's crazy, bro.
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, there's
Okay,
no way.
now back to shit English.
No,
Okay, so wait.
This we have in stock. We need to get rid of. And there's different sizes available. So I'm gonna put it on the screen. Which t-shirt has what sizes that we have in stock. 50% off. Go grab. And that's it. Pretty much. Because we need space here and at the back for more new stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This video wasn't too exciting, but still...
It is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. See you next Sunday.